All right, Tuesday, August 25th, we are back in the market again. And let's see what happened today. It is almost 4:30. Market's closed a little bit. Let's take a look here. Top gainers, and let's start with VIVE, VIVE. And let's take a look why this moved and what happened here. All right, so August 25th, VIVE Medical announces positive primary efficiency data from its SUI feasibility study and positive preclinical outcomes that support the company's new sham tip for, then it got cut off what I'm reading on Inviz. So, positive news, 15.73 float on Finviz, and then what do they have on Trade Ideas? Let me take a look here. On Trade Ideas, it has float 15.6 million. 15.7. All right, so let's take a look at the chart and see what happened here. Now, this is no moving averages. Let me take a look at this way. Yeah, this news came out at 8:38 a.m. Or actually 6:02 a.m. Excuse me. So this is the 5 minutes. So 6:05. See, on these runs, immediately as soon as this news comes, you can catch it. It depends. But this is 6. I'm not trading anything at 6. I wait till 7 a.m. And on this, you had a strong move up right here to, what is this? 106. And now on this, you're just going to draw a trend line. The way this is going, let it form a pattern. So once this is here, you have high a day on pre-market, and then right here, move up, move down. See, it didn't break this. It has to break it, give it a few candles even. And then as this goes further, you can say it's just going down. Draw your line here. This is a falling wedge. Talked about the wedge patterns. They've been, very strong because they're more of a sharp move. So this went down. And then look here, 75 held. It went below, it was at 72, 73, look at 75. And then start to come up. And then really, there's your candle right here in the 5 minute. Shooting star got as high as 144. Did bounce a little bit here, came back up, came back down. But you see the bulk of a move like this. This is like a straight up move, not your loopy move, your dip buying, and then it's just faded. So that was the move right in here. You never know where it's going to be. But the reason you got in here, it broke this wedge. And you see these candles, they wanted to push it up, but it came back. But it didn't come back here. It didn't come back all the way down to like 50 cents. So, it's stuck here. And you got, where's it at? Right here. So, 67. You can play, actually, you could have played, these lines are so tight. I hate looking at tight lines, but you could have played the, 75 right here. And now your stop's going to be on that. It depends on how many shares, but 75. Go right here, maybe 68. Or if you want to get it 10 cents, 75. Let me bring this back up. 75, and then you have, or 65. 65 about here. This starts to dump. So that's the 5 minute, 3 minute. You have sideways. And then here it exploded up. And right here was a halt and a halt. You didn't even see that in the 5 minute. And then it's just sort of faded. Once you have this and see it went up again, I don't like these choppy plays where I want to see the candles start to, something good in the candles. This is way too choppy for me. And then, it just went straight down here. There's the 3 minute. And look at the 10 minute. 10 minutes even cleaner. That's why the 10 minutes been strong lately. I mean, you'll miss a lot sometimes in your entry. I mean, it depends. Each stock is different. So right here, and here, then we came back, and then it faded. So on the 2 minute even, I don't go nothing below 2 minute. 2-minute, occasionally I'll look at, you can see it grinded out. So, you know, this had good news. It's relatively low float. You know, it's super low. It's not under 10, but it doesn't matter. And then, you know, people are going to play these kind of moves. This was like the mover in the morning, you know, made its move. So the daily I had a wedge on this. See this? Or maybe a triangle, symmetrical triangle. Then it just went sideways forever. Pretty much held, you know, this penny and 266 million today. And this did as high as almost 150. So, and then when the stock's moving, look at your levels in the daily. I mean, you had right here, you know, $1, of course, the most significant move is the $1 land, and then 150 land, you know, you go up a quarter even, go quarters, and there you have it. So, you know, this has been nice. Strong. This did a reverse split back in September, October. So, I mean, there you have that. So, you don't even need sometimes moving averages. You know, you're going to play what it does. See right here? If it starts to break up, break out of this, it's starting to flatten too, sideways. So you can see that. Now on, this is with my 20 and 13. Now the 5-minute, it's sort of, see right here, that's where it got knocked down. So you can almost predict, if you don't have moving averages, this is where it got knocked down. It's not a coincidence. See this? Look, it tried to get above it. Look at the lines right there, and came back. 75, then went up. Then it sort of like explodes up. See that? Right here at the open stuff, it's very tough to buy right at the open. Exploded up and came back. So you see the 3-minute. 3-minute 75. It's sort of F pattern sideways and big shooting star. The 10-minute. Now see the 10-minute looks good. You have your 13 of your 20. Now this flattened. See this flattened? But it didn't really bend down. This is more of a bend. Sideways is fine, depending where it's coming from. So this went up, you know, sideways. And see, that's where the support is too, right at that level. Not exactly, it doesn't have to be exact, but and then it came back down. So, you know, this is a great long play. Now, how do we know it's going to do this? It's going to break up. I mean, we don't know. Traders, we don't know exactly what anything's going to do. It's all, you know, using your defined risks, risk rewards, areas, and, you know, you're playing the percentages. You're playing, you see this flatten after it moved, run up, then this is your new base. So it came back consolidated. And yeah, if this keeps going like this, it just keeps going. You're going to play what it does. And so that's on VIVE. All right, PPSI Pioneer Power Solutions. This is more of a late mover here, 2 p.m. Look at this here, 25 to 235, then came back down. Daily chart's really nothing on this. It gets about, you know, 1 million, not great vibe, but see the spiky candles? So this is that type of chart. This had insider buys, Pioneer Power Solutions shares, and that was at 11:32 a.m. And then I guess they started to notice this and they pushed it. FTSI, right about 350. Went to 5. And you can see the daily charts jump. Look at this right here. Yeah, but remember the hollow red candle? The next day usually bounces up, so that's like a fake out. FTS International announces agreement with majority of its secured debt holders, restructuring support agreement, convert over 400 million, blah, blah, blah. That was yesterday. So now these charts are a little bit tougher. You can see the volume here. Yeah, it's lower volume. BIGC, this moved yesterday. No, this is the other day. This is a recent IPO. See this? And it's really exploded up. They like to push these IPOs in the beginning, and then they fade, you know, bring it back later. So this is higher priced. Can't make these lines too small, it's impossible. You can get probably $2 here. Went right up to 82. And then So you're closer to this line than this line, so this came back. I like to play them back lines too. When this is here, people are like, I'm gonna wait for the next line. Play that back line, 82, and it worked. And it really took off. This is a really great game. BIGC. E-commerce teams up with Facebook to unlock checkout on Instagram feature for U.S. merchants. 14.6 million in float. 29 million in FinViz. Here's JFin. Another one. Little candles here. Yeah, nothing significant. You don't see like major gyration in these candles. So yeah, your 280 level. You see in between here, 280, 270, and then it took off. Comes back and then takes off again. So, and see, look at your 10-minute. You're always your higher time frames. You know, when you see this, that's why you love to play the higher time frames. It won't stop you out. JFin 25 million float. DNK, Phoenix Tree Holdings, not great buy, popped up. NDWD, MetaWound. See, I don't like this too much. The volume's like nothing here. Look, 0, forget that. VVPR. See this triangle? Tighter, tighter, and look at it. Just grind it up and explodes. 36 million today. So this is 2.5 million float on FinViz. Now you see here this move up to 425, 475, and it came way back down. This is yeah, big shooting star, reverse hammer. Came back to 375, and then it takes off to 550. So you know, if you got in here, you get shot. Then it got really grindy. So that's not a bad play. U1K. Big move up, and look at that, just a short. Went just a little bit slowly went up. Trib. See, this is the oversold right here. See stochastics, oversold. But this is really, then it gets extreme. When it's extreme oversold, you have a better shot to hit these long. 170 to 2. Go-Go, 8.6 million. And right here, nothing much. You know, you say it 380. Start to see the volume increase a little bit, and you have 390 explodes to 450. Consolidation, back up, and back up. Now, on these plays, when this moves up like this, you know, that's a good profit there. You don't have to hold through the whole move. On this, you know, you probably would take profit because it's like 390. It's a nice 60 cents. Anything over 50. SYN, no interest, OSS, AXTI. Here's NEO. This was a nice long electric vehicle space. 292 million. You know, had this move down, 2019, look at this, move up. Consolidation, move up again. Now, what you see on this is, see, this is clearly defined. You don't even have to draw the line sometimes. Look at pre-market. This was 6:20 a.m. Yeah, here's your move. If you're watching this, move. Just draw your line there. Now, it's however the chart is, like if this moved up here, like a quick move and faded and diagonal, this is a right across move here. So right at, yeah, 1525, look at this. Back and forth. So, you know, you have 1525 pre-market break, and then, you know, all these moves up here. They're really extended away. This is the extended away from 1320 EMA. See how far it extended? And then, you know, it just explodes up. And there's probably news on this. It was upgraded by UBS. Electric car maker surges past 5 point. Gets an upgrade, 1,500% price target increase. So, you know, they bumped it on these price targets. All these firms too, Goldman, UBS, Piper Jaffray, all they do is like they go on CNBC. They get paid. I mean, they pay CNBC to be on and like, oh, we're upgrading Apple. We have a target of 600, and it's just like the whole thing is like one big scam. It's like they're upgrading it. Like, what do they know? You know, we look at the financials. We think it's good. Anyone can see that. Yeah, the market's going to do what it's going to do. It's like it's all smoke and mirrors. These analysts. I mean, they don't know anything. The one guy I used to follow. I mean, I still follow. Yeah, he was an analyst before. He said it's all nonsense. He's like, technical analysis is far superior to fundamentals, and he's right. I mean, it's all crazy. Oh, I just think the stock's 40 price target. Like, it's ridiculous. SGRP, MICT, Pixie. Yeah, Pixie, it's very tough to trade. Definitely a pump. I had to move here, then he found support, little cross, 405. You know, not great volume, but you could get in it. PFF, Village Farms. There's another play. See this? You're way oversold. Did this here and it bounced. Bounced here. That's a good read too. When you see a stock oversold, the chance of it bouncing is very good, unless it's in just a long-term downtrend. So yeah, this exploded that too. There's SGLB. This was a top mover in the morning. Boy, Signal Labs trading higher today. Awards contract by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. That was 8:30. Right there. See this? Even on the 3-minute, it's such a fast move. You're not going to catch this. You have to be lightning fast. And then the move down is just a grind all the way down. Now right here, found support at 4. Did jump to 5, a $1 gain. Yeah, that's pretty tough move. Let me see here. I mean, I'm trying to see this line here across this. Yeah, it's a tougher play because it did this back here, did this. A little more support at the 4 level. And then exploded up to 5. See this? So, I mean, it's a shot here at 4. You know, you can put your stop in here. It's not the best play. That's a quick trade. You don't know if it's going to keep going up here, but once you saw this huge move up, I've seen these moves before. See how it's so fast and then really hard down. Not, you know, like it dipped down. It's very fast. They took it down. So you can see in that. There's the full shadow. See here, this is like a very tight triangle or symmetrical triangle, and then explodes out. And the full, you know, colored candle means it couldn't hold, and they pushed it back down here. 67 million. Did reverse split, not too far ago. So, you know, it's a tougher play. Great short. HHT, OPRA. Here's another one. Look at this. Little gap, drops, oversold, then we get a bounce. $8.10 all the way to $9.20. Not bad. WVE Wave Sciences. I talked about this a few days ago. Look at this. 9 exploded up. 12 now. Came out of this. See this? Tighter, tighter. That's why you have to go these daily lines. Once you see this back here too, it's very tight. You know something's up here. It's going to explode. We have a big gap here. This was a move. You know, 1150. Cross came back down. Not the best volume, but BIOC, another one drop. First candle now, very oversold. 67 cents, 79. WTRC is along. Lehman, BRQS, former runner. See this, chopped it around. All right, so that's the top gainers. A lot of penny stocks again. 2, 4, 1, 4, 6, 1, 1. Yeah, they're leading the way again. They've been leading since May, June, July, August. So, that's where we stand on that. Just looking at NAC here. This is getting crushed. Had this for a swing right here. I was like, this is going to explode up. It did. Well, as soon as I saw that, I was like, no way. Something weird about this. And then I just wasn't believing this here on these candles. Doubts grow as Alaska's public mind can satisfy new regulatory hurdles, shares tumble. Its roadblock was yesterday environmental concerns. So, they're in, if they can't get that Pebble Mine going, that's what happened with that. It's dropped way down here. Now here's the SPY. Dow Jones minus 60, SPY plus 12, NASDAQ plus 86, small caps plus 3, VIX the 2203, commodities 1933, silver 2655, 43.41 is crude. So we're still in this big rising wedge. We're above it now. I mean, we're getting really extended here. The weekly, see this weekly, sort of like we can't go any higher. The only thing when you're, it's like if you're at Mount Everest, the peak. I mean, where can you go from there? Down. I don't know how far down, but we'll see. So that's right there on the SPY. It just keeps chugging. Dow Jones, a little bit above here. This still can reach higher. Was the all-time high in the Dow Jones was 29,568, I think. NASDAQ, look at it. This is like a perfect line here in a NASDAQ. Look at this, backward. This was the higher end of the trend line. And then, this keeps going up. If this crashes, I don't know, maybe if there's a vaccine, like 100%, this will go back down hard, fast too, but it's not happening right now. VIX. VIX is still holding. It's not really going down much. It's holding as 20. We'll see on that. UVXY. Same thing. It's just holding here. I still think we're going to explode up. Just move my line here. 80. So we'll see on that. Let's see. All right, defend. I told everyone yesterday I didn't like. This isn't crossed over. See this white over red? That's a crossover. You're bullish. When this strong, all these like little lines in between are, they're fake outs. This was a move, and I'm like, we didn't cross over yet, so something's not right. And look what happened today. We went higher, and then we're sort of battling back and forth. This is still going down now. The 4 hour, we crossed back over down. So this is chopping around. So we'll see what happens. I want this under, if this is under 20, this is another good buy on that. That's on defend. What else do we have to look at? Let's see here. Let's take a look at some former runners. Givo, see lower bottom here, still like battling back and forth here, sideways. CGIX, there's the like gap right there. That's why you can't trust these, man. Little gap down. MNTA, it's nothing there. RKT, FTK still going up. So that's on some of the recent gainers. Some airlines, HA. Now it's trying to recross over. Love trying to cross up. Cruise shippers, liners. Draw a line right here, and this looks like the 14 level. See this? We were wide and we went up. See the low getting higher though? So this looks like it keeps bouncing back and forth. Eventually we're gonna go up there in this 14, on this line here. So win, still uptrend there. LVS, little loop going up. What else we have here? Let's look at Codex. Man, this has dropped. This was as high as 31 instead of 13. Very oversold, man. This is gonna spike, I know. There's gonna be some sort of spike here. All right, let's take a look at the swing ideas I had. Remember I said yesterday, I said, you know, anywhere from a few days to a month. Here's JMIA, Maya Technologies. You know, coming down sideways, we have a little crossover. It's holding that 10 well, held well today. So that's looking positive. NKTR, okay, it's holding 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's looking good. BHC, WDC, yeah, this is trying to hold that bottom. FE, so we're not doing nothing there. Had a little candle yesterday with nothing there. INO, you know, gap. This doesn't, it's still oversold, but it's not showing anything here. It just keeps going lower at this point. IBIO, yeah, here's one, another wedge came out. Keeps touching this 13, they dropping it, but slowly getting higher. Maybe something's up here. It has a good chance to move. Space, little hammer, trying to do something here. NDR, yeah, nice little crossover. It moves higher today. A little hammer candle, it's red. Yeah, dropped and it sort of went sideways, a little bit higher. We'll see on that. Still looks bullish. MU, told you this one down. Look how far they dropped it. Tight, fast, big gap up today. This is a nice long. Started yesterday. Blue, you know, touching these moving averages, sort of holding here. Could even drop here, but you have your, you know, your moving average stochastics. Look at this, white over red. It looks very streamlined up, so yeah, it's looking positive there. That's on blue. Let me see. Let's see the other sheet here I had. Brig. Go inside day. Wells Fargo. Sort of like chopping around. Oxy. Wedge. This is sort of going sideways. LMFA. S&P, sort of chopping after yesterday's gain, nothing doing. March, still in a way, just might come down, then eventually explode up. EOG, not much movement. MyCB. VVAX, I like this more. Look how tight this is. Getting tighter, tighter, very oversold. This is going to explode up one day. 4 hour. Just trying to get sideways, so this is looking more promising. USB. Moves higher. UBX. All right, here's UBX. This is, the bio really got crushed on some drug that failed. We're holding this 3 level, very important level. If this holds, eventually we can come back up. So, the 3 levels is really important there. That's what you're looking at. HLX, GSX, Flex, not flexing, NI, CGC, made a nice little move. Cron, PVRG. Yeah, this is big move down. Sort of weird move here, so it's sort of like sideways down. Trying to come back up here. Has potential long though. Duke Energy, nothing doing. Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Company, Harcourt. This is coming down. There's another wedge here. This could explode up. Juniper. Lotus 2350, 24. Oversold. This has a great chance for long. I like this. Juniper Networks. Had to move back here in March. Then another move here. May bounced up. June, July, then eventually bounced up again. So this puts some nice little gains. Nothing huge, but has good potential. Cardinal Health. Trying to hold this 50 line. Serve. Trying to hold 40 here, trying to break it actually. Egal. Holding 10. Putting these hammers lower. See, these candles are pushing back up, so they're not pushing it that much lower. NK, still in this trend down. That IVI, nothing doing. PMT and WDC, trying to start to move up. All right, so there you have it. The swings, some of them are slowly starting to move. Penny stocks led the way. There's Works. What was let's see. SC Works announces appointment. Timothy. Blah, blah, blah. So this was in a long haul. See this? Now it's coming down since August. I don't trust this play at all. Once you have a halt like that, very shady, so I would avoid. So the list wasn't great today. The top lead right now is 49% FTSI, and then you had gains 20% all the way down, 6%. But the last, it seems like a few weeks now, the gainers have not been that great. A few top ones, and then everything else is fading. Not much on the the whole side of the top gainers list. So we're in the dog days ending summer here. Here's some plays here. Roku, Sava, still in this little triangle. AMD, X, Nail, Bin still going up. So there we have it. So again, pre-market, you have to be in pre-market. You have to be prepared and ready to go for these plays like VIVE. VIVE's a great play. Right here, you have news, wait, see what it does. You have 7 a.m. open, you're watching it. Go on your line here. You can stab at it at 75 cents. Because as soon as you see this candle and this candle, you start seeing the sideways. The longer it goes sideways, the better chance going up. See, this just kept going down. So that's the difference there. And SGLB was this a straight up rocket. If you go to the 2 minute, if you caught it here and then this candle, this line 4, you got the 750 easy. And then on this drop near the open, but you have to buy it right at the open almost. Or you're playing this 450 line or 4 line. I mean, you can play that after it dumped that hard. I mean, better chance it might bounce, but draw your line here. Yeah, these lines did sort of break out. It's very tight though. All right, so that's it. Please subscribe and like the channel, and we are out. Peace.